I was about 10 years old at the time, I think. Like most kids my age, I liked playing Webkinz. It was a good site, a safe site. Or so I thought. When I first heard the rumors, I'll admit, it scared me a little. However, I tried to convince myself they were false. It was a Saturday night when it happened. As usual, I was bored, decided to go on Webkinz. I noticed my Webkinz were sick, so I took him to see Dr. Quack. This all happened around midnight. There was something odd about it all, though. Something that creeped me out. That's when I noticed the screen had gotten darker. At first, I figured I had just hit a button by mistake first. Then I noticed it was only on Webkinz that the screen looked dull. Dr. Quack proceeded as usual at first, jabbering on about nothing. I remember I had the sound off, as it was so late. Then, when the curtains closed, I suddenly felt uneasy. As the curtains opened, somewhat dramatically, slowly, I saw something that disturbed me. There was Dr. Quack, blood splattered on his uniform, holding a meat cleaver still dripping with blood. There was a speech bubble above his head. However, I don't remember his mouth moving as it usually does. I read it, unable to take in what I was seeing. It said, "Sorry, your Webkinz has died." I turned to look at my Webkinz, still on the table. His stomach had been ripped open, and the large gash across his body was bleeding. I was crying hysterically now. I didn't believe it. I didn't want to believe it. But still, there it was, before my very eyes. My hands shook as I pressed the print screen button. I went off Webkinz after that, still crying. I shook with fear, trying to understand what I had seen. I added PowerPoint and pasted my screenshot. I was so scared I couldn't even look at it. I saved and exited the document. I didn't sleep much that night. I couldn't get that image out of my head. I tried to forget about it, tried to dismiss it as a dream. I don't use the computer much anymore. I threw away all my Webkinz, tried to forget that it ever happened. All these years later, I found the document I had saved a picture to. I found it by mistake, on my dad's computer, whilst looking for homework I needed to print off. The document opened up, showing a single slide with a screenshot on it. It was then I remembered it all. I put it up on the internet, sent it to websites. I wanted people to know. It was more than just a rumor.